Good morning. Today I'm going to talk about the legalization of marijuana, also known as cannabis. The truth about cannabis is marijuana as bad as society makes out to be? Since 1930s, marijuana has been illegal in the United States. That being said, it's somehow America's number one cash crop. Users of the drugs aren't the only ones who support cannabis. Many of us who do not indulge are pro legalization because we see that prohibition of it makes more harm than good. The legalization of marijuana would help get the economy going again. Despite great efforts by the federal government against the marijuana, it has become a large part of the national economy. Imagine if we were to legalize it, tax it. The government would make tons and tons out of it and will be able to pay the $16 trillion debt. Not to mention that it would create tons and tons of jobs, and people in prison for marijuana crimes would be released. In a country with only 5% of the Earth population, the United States owes 25% of world's prisoners, marijuana prison statistics. A significant amount of those criminals are in there for drug-related crimes. The war on drugs is complete failure. It's done nothing but waste taxpayer dollars, fill prisons with non-violent criminals, and create a black market. The main reason cannabis remains illegal is because lobbyists are making tons of money of prohibition. For example, pharmacist companies lobby against cannabis because at a lower price there are so many drugs, painkillers, sleep medication it could replace. Another group that benefits greatly from the prohibition are the drugs cartels. Legalize marijuana and you cut a huge percent of the profit, army strength, and political power. Otherwise, they are going to do whatever they can to save the marijuana black market. Percent of the profit, army strength, and political power. Substances are way more harmful than cannabis. 79 people a year die from alcohol poisoning, while 0 people have died from overdosing on pot. People think that prohibition has kept marijuana out of children's hands. They think legalizing this drug would expose more children and teens to it. It's a whole lot easier for kids to obtain marijuana as opposed to alcohol or tobacco. A drug dealer doesn't check for ID like a cashier would. Teens are susceptible to Asia drugs after trying marijuana because they are introduced to these hardcore drugs in the same underground market where they find marijuana. Not because it's a getaway drug. Another thing that is often said is that marijuana is addictive and can be abused, thus making it mentally unhealthy. This is an unfair statement. Anything has a potential to be abused, even something as simple as food. You never hear about the positive effects of marijuana can have on society. Many musicians admit that cannabis helps them to be creative on their music and have different perspectives and different mindset to create and to innovate what they are doing. And it also opens their mind with new ideas. Many cancer patients have used marijuana as a way of dealing with nausea after treatment and stimulating the appetite. The point is, people have people have benefited from marijuana whether it was for medical or recreational purpose. Cannabis is classified as a Schedule 1 drug. This suggests that it is as dangerous and addictive as meth, heroin, and also as dangerous as cocaine. Even if you believe that's accurate information, who are you to tell people what they can and can't put in their bodies? Expecting everyone to adapt to your belief or moral is actually extremely narrow-minded. Thank you that you followed that speech. I hope that I pursue you. From my point of view, the legalization of marijuana should be accepted because there is so many benefits that you can get out of it, medical and also recreational. benefits. Thank you. Yo.